Friday night glory here at Parish Episcopal, wrapping up a big 54-6 win over Victoria St. Joe's, first round of the postseason. Coach Nady here with us. Coach, you guys put on a tremendous offensive display. Not only that, you shut them down on defense pretty much 95% of the game. One big play given up was the score for St. Joe's. Can you just tell me on the pure offensive and defensive production, how do you guys come up with this in such a high-pressure scenario?
We play every game just like it's the same stakes. We doesn't matter if it's a preseason, playoff, game that means nothing. We play the game one way, and we try to play as fast as we can. Try to let the kids get in situations to maximize their ability. Try to minimize some of our liabilities. Try to hide those. And the kids, they're doing a rhythm right now. They're playing really good. They know where each other, are going to be in any given play, and it's kind of like dancing. We're not stepping on each other's toes very much.
Now, Coach, number 12, Tom Stewart, came out of the game in the first quarter. Dakota Michaels filled in for him for a majority of the game. Can you tell me what the decision was to pull your starting quarterback that early on, even though it was such a wide margin in the score?
Well, twofold. Number one, we wanted to get Tom out of the game because probably wouldn't have any time to rest him the rest of the way if we're fortunate enough to be victorious, next few weeks. And Dakota Michaels, we wanted to make sure he got reps early in the game because he's our number 2 guy, and he's a fantastic player, and I wanted to make sure he got a lot of looks and a lot of throws in case we have to get him in there in the next week or so. And that's a decision that none of us are scared of at all. Yeah, he's an incredible football player, and the irony is he would probably be everyone else's starter. He hurt his finger early in the season. He was splitting time with Tom. Hurt his finger early in the season, missed a few games. We kind of got into a rhythm, and he asserted himself at safety as well and a receiver. He's one of our better receivers too. So he did a great job tonight, and we look forward to huge things from him the rest of this way and next year.
Coach, with Xavier Suggs, he had an interception return for a touchdown in the second quarter. I believe it was a 59-yarder after a previous interception that was overturned. With also Dakota Michaels, plenty of players playing both ways on your defense and offense as well. You had tremendous production from your defense, shutting down this St. Joe's Flyers team. Can you just tell me, going into week 13, I believe, for this team, how do you measure up the minutes that these players tally?
We're trying to get rotations where we can. If we have guys that can come in and fill in, and there's not a very big drop off, then we'll go ahead and do that. But we're very lucky to have some players that are pretty extraordinary right now. And having, in high school football, if my team's, losing, and I've got an incredible athlete standing next to me on the sidelines, that's ridiculous. So a lot of people don't like to have two-way players. If a kid can do it, we're going to do it, and we condition extremely hard. So we practice.
Opposition with minutes left in the fourth, and I don't want to weigh too heavily on that one play. But is there anything that you would want to focus on to improve going into the next week of the postseason? You know what?
Very rare for me to even say anything like this, but tonight I'm about as happy as I can possibly be. We got out of the game healthy. Our health right now is really good, which is crucial this time of year. The kids played very well. We had some very, very young kids come in the game near the end, and they played fantastic, gave up one long run. But I'm not a guy that is obsessed about the shutout. If the other team runs a good play, they get an opportunity and they execute, and I got no problem with it. And Victoria St. Joe is a very proud and history. Their winning tradition is very rich, And right now they're young and they got a new staff, but they'll be back. The most physical game I ever coached in the state of Texas was against Victoria St. Joe, and so I don't anticipate them being fourth in that league very long.
Coach, this game was played at home. The last game at home for the 2014 season. We touched on it briefly earlier this week when we spoke here on Monday night, I believe. Coach, just tell me, going on the road for week 2 of this postseason, how do you guys actually prepare for these upcoming weekdays, these practice days? Do you guys prepare any differently?
Try not to. Try to stay in the same rhythm. Try to stay at the same workload. we're going to do what we do, and hopefully, the results are the same.
Now, Coach, without guessing too much about next week, I haven't been keeping tabs on the TAPS Division II playoff. Do you know exactly who you might be playing this next week?
We'll be playing Grapevine Faith. We've already played them. They're an incredibly talented football team with a great staff, and they have a very potent offense and a very physical defense. I think that game is going to have big implications for the remainder of the playoffs. The winner of our game in Grapevine Faith, I think, is going to have a very good chance of doing something special this year.
All right, well, thank you very much, Coach Nady. Big win, Parish Episcopal over Victoria St. Joe's, 54-6.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Coach.
it.